looks like Cardi B no longer wants to engage in this Twitter feud with Nicki Minaj. The messages that both Nicki and Cardi have been sending towards each other have been absolutely insane. Too many lines have been crossed, but it looks like Cardi B has sent her final message to Nicki. At least that's what she said in her latest tweet. The vile tweets that Nicki and Cardi have been posting about each other have been going on for like 3 days now, and as you can see, the messages continued today. Both Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have even went so far as to addressing each other's children and saying disgusting things about them. There have been so many tweets posted back and forth, and a lot of them have been deleted, so obviously I'm not showing every single one in this video. TMZ has even invited Nicki Minaj to go on their live show to talk about this situation. She basically told them to F off. Cardi and Nicki have been going back and forth, calling each other names, bringing their children and families and medical histories into it. Like I said, they both crossed many lines. But this is the last tweet that Cardi has shared. She says, "Dear Onika Tanya Miraj," which is Nicki Minaj's full name, "this is my last time responding to you because this past Twitter now, I gotta see you, but first I'm gonna tell you the truth." She talks about Nicki's alleged upbringing and trauma with her mother and father. She claims Nicki is doing substances and that her husband is using her for money, and she urges Nicki Minaj to get help, saying, "I'm gonna be the realest person to ever tell you you need to get help." You can pause to read the entire message. This was posted 2 hours ago, and according to Cardi, it doesn't sound like she will be addressing Nicki Minaj again on Twitter. Let me know your thoughts down below and follow me for more.
You guys, what just happened online between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B might be the wildest thing we've seen in celebrity beef this year. What started as a few shady tweets has spiraled into a full-on digital war. Deleted posts, leaked calls, and insults that went way too far. Nicki came swinging first, Cardi clapped back harder, and now the entire internet is watching them trade shots like it's 2018 all over again. But this time, it's messier. Because this isn't just two rappers throwing shade, it's years of tension, jealousy, and power plays finally boiling over in front of everyone. It's old wounds reopening, industry alliances shifting, and a new generation of artists jumping into the mix. And honestly, the deeper you look, the uglier it gets. So today, we're going to break it all down, every tweet, every clapback, every hidden meaning behind what they said. We'll look at where it started, what really pushed it over the edge, and why this feud might be impossible to end. Because if there's one thing we've learned from Nicki and Cardi, it's that peace was never part of the plan. So here's where everything blew up. Out of nowhere, Nicki Minaj hopped on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, and dropped a random string of numbers, 32726. No context, no caption, just that. At first, people thought it might be a date, maybe a song teaser, but then things started lining up a little too perfectly. Because right around that same time, Cardi B's brand new album dropped, and fans noticed the timing was way too suspicious to ignore. A few hours later, Nicki tweeted again, this time saying, "To every enabler, never provoke a writer while they're writing. You join the game as a willing participant. Don't try to back out now." 3726, #RockBottomNation, #RockInflation, #RoNation. You failed. Let the reindeer games begin. We win again. And, just like that, everyone knew the shade was back. The tweet was cryptic, but the message was loud. Nicki was clearly hinting at someone, and fans wasted no time connecting the dots. Within minutes, #Nicki vs. Cardi started trending again. But Nicki wasn't done. She posted another tweet, now deleted, that said, $4.99. That's it. No caption, no explanation. Just $4.99. And of course, fans immediately caught on that was the exact discounted price of Cardi's new album, Am I the Drama? Then came the real shots. Nicki started mocking one of Cardi's songs, Magnet, where Cardi raps, A, B, C, D, F, G, these girls can't F with me. Nicki quoted the line, laughed at it, and called it Barney rap. She even went as far as calling Cardi Barney B. Within minutes, she tweeted a remix-style diss. Barney B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, rap like Barney, still ugly. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, surgery to look like me. Tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico, fraud, and perjury. It was a straight-up roast session, playful on the surface, but brutal underneath. And just when everyone thought that was the end of it, Nicki added more fuel, tweeting about Cardi being raw dog and pregnant with the fourth baby, then tossed in a Barney BHPV line for good measure. The timeline went insane. Fans from both sides started firing back, dissecting every word. Cardi's name trended, Nicki's name trended, Barney trended. It was chaos. And if Nicki thought she'd get the last laugh, she seriously underestimated how hard Cardi B can clap back. Because that's exactly what happened next. Cardi B saw everything, and she didn't hold back for a second. She jumped online and fired right back, saying, "You must have missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet." Then she followed up with another shot. Nothing more annoying than a bored chick. The power I have, making these girls come out of rehab every time. The internet exploded. Fans could tell Cardi was done playing nice. Then she went for the jugular, bringing up Nicki's family. She dragged Nicki's brother, who's been publicly convicted of serious crimes, tweeting, "Your man had to snatch pee. Your bro be touching 12-year-olds. She didn't stop there. Cardi started reposting Nicki's old photos, even a mugshot meme, and called her Kane Barbie. Then she joked, "Damn, she was streaming my song Magnet hard as hell," clowning Nicki for knowing her lyrics word for word. And when fans accused her of being pressed, Cardi doubled down. She was cool, sarcastic, even funny about it. She said, "Nah, I was literally baking ribs and blondie brownies when this chick started bothering me on a Monday." But then the tweets turned serious. Cardi called Nicki delusional, saying, "You've been in the game 16 years. Compare yourself to Drake, to Taylor, to Rihanna. I was in high school when you came out. Why are you comparing yourself to me?" And that line hit deep. It wasn't just a diss, it was a reality check. Then Cardi hit one of her most savage tweets of the night, claiming Nicki went to multiple fertility doctors and still couldn't conceive. She ended it with, "Not allegedly. Lord, protect my babies." That line shook the internet. People weren't sure if Cardi went too far or if it was just payback after years of Nicki's shade. But before the dust even settled, Nicki went lower. Out of nowhere, Nicki started hinting that Jay-Z and Rock Nation were part of this too. See, Nicki's been vocal for months, saying she's owed money, hundreds of millions, allegedly tied to her old equity in Tidal, Jay-Z's company. She's even accused Rock Nation CEO, Desiree Perez, of shady business practices. And here's where Cardi comes in. On her new album, one of her standout songs, Imaginary Players, samples Jay-Z's 1997 classic of the same name. In interviews, Cardi claimed Jay-Z himself gave her approval to use it. So, when Nicki saw that, people think she took it personally, like Jay-Z had officially picked a side. Rumors started flying that her cryptic tweets weren't just about Cardi, but about Rock Nation itself. It was like rap beef meets corporate drama, messy, expensive, and very, very public. But before anyone could even process that, another name jumped into the chaos. Ice Spice posted one emoji, just one during all this drama. A little smirk face. And that tiny emoji set the internet on fire. Fans swore it was shade at Cardi. Then, as if on cue, an audio leak hit social media, allegedly a phone call where Cardi is heard going off about Ice Spice. She's shouting, threatening to fight, saying she's not like Lotto or Nicki, "I actually fight." People went nuts, but when YouTubers tried to upload that clip, it got copyright blocked instantly. And here's where it gets weird. The video was flagged by Warner Music Group, Cardi's actual label. So fans started saying, wait, if this was fake, why is her team blocking it? It made everything seem even more suspicious. Then Cardi publicly apologized to Lotto, saying she respected her and her team, but she didn't apologize to Ice Spice. Instead, she accused Ice's manager, James, of leaking the call. James denied everything. He said, "I respect private conversations. I didn't leak anything." Cardi wasn't buying it. She clapped back, saying, "James, be for real. It was you, me, and my manager on that call. If it wasn't you, who else?" And then the back and forth got petty fast. Cardi accused Ice of using the moment to promote a new track. James accused Cardi of lying for rollout drama. At this point, it wasn't even about Nicki anymore. The whole rap scene was in chaos. Just when fans thought things couldn't get any uglier, they did. Nicki started tweeting about Cardi's kids. Yes, her kids. Screenshots started circulating showing Nicki calling Cardi's daughter ugly and even using offensive animal terms. People were disgusted. Even Nicki's own fans said she crossed a line. Cardi responded immediately, saying, "You wish you could call my daughter ugly. She's beautiful. Keep kids out your mouth." It wasn't fun anymore, it was uncomfortable. The same fans who were laughing at the earlier shades started asking both of them to stop. But by then, it had gone too far. The feud that started as music rivalry had turned into something personal, bitter, and almost impossible to walk away from. When you really step back, this whole thing says a lot more about the industry than just two artists fighting. Nicki and Cardi are both incredibly successful, both record-breaking, and both constantly compared to each other. By fans, by blogs, by the internet. That pressure, that competition, that need to stay relevant, it's what keeps the cycle spinning. And every time one of them responds, the internet rewards it: clicks, trends, headlines. It's like the drama itself has become part of the marketing. But behind the numbers and the memes, there's something sad about watching two powerful women tear each other down for the world's entertainment. It's not just a beef anymore, it's a mirror showing how toxic social media can make fame. So here we are after all the tweets, the callouts, the deleted posts, and the leaked calls. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's feud is officially back, bigger and nastier than ever. From cryptic numbers to kids getting dragged, this has been one of the most chaotic celebrity clashes in years. But the real question is, where does it go from here? Do you think Nicki and Cardi will ever squash it, or is this feud just part of who they are now, two queens who can't share the throne? Drop your thoughts below. Who went too far? Who had the better clapback? And what do you think really set this off? I'll be reading every comment because honestly, this story's not over. I love you guys, stay safe, stay messy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.